let's talk about Gakpo's move to Liverpool. As per usual, Manchester United, as I said on my show last week, were too incompetent to get the deal done. Manchester United were pursuing Gakpo for a few months. They pursued him in the summer. I remember those reports coming out showing Ten Hag's interest in Gakpo, but United were never able to get the deal done, as per usual. And then you come into this season, a year where we're struggling offensively. Ronaldo has not been performing to the level that we thought he was going to perform, that everyone thought he was going to perform, being Cristiano Ronaldo. So he had to go, and plus all the problems outside of the pitch. Martial has been injured. When he has played, he has looked good, but he has been injured for most of the time. Anthony, he's been good at times, but it's not been enough to get us over the hump. Elanga is not as good as most people thought he was. And Rashford, as much as I love Rashford, and as much as I think that Rashford's going to be amazing this season, and he has, Rashford alone is not going to get us over the hump to make sure that we finish inside the top 4. So those questions began to surface about United's possible moves in the January transfer window and who they would be able to go for. And the name of Gakpo came up once again. But as I said at the beginning of this video, Manchester United, the board, whoever makes the moves at the top, they're incompetent, and they've been incompetent in the transfer window for years. And of course, Liverpool on the other side are have already shown that they are ruthless in the transfer market when they want to be, when Klopp wants a player, and since the board for most of the time seems to back him, they go out and get him. This also happened with Fabinho, where United had pursued Fabinho, or at least showed interest in Fabinho for a couple of months, but then Liverpool came in and got the deal done in a matter of days. So this is a very, very similar scenario, which just makes me wonder, or at least makes you realize why Liverpool are successful and why United, up to this point, are where they are. But enough of that. That was just a little rant that I wanted to get off my chest. Let's actually look at Gakpo's game, what he's good at, what he's going to bring to Liverpool, and how and if he's going to be able to perform in the Premier League. Gakpo is a player that came through the PSV academy, from the youth system to the under-17, then moving up to the under-19, and then eventually making his way up to the first team. He's been playing for the PSV first team since the 2018-2019 season, but it was mainly last season where he made his mark, where in 47 games played, Gakpo managed to register an outstanding 21 goals and 15 assists, a total of 36 goal contributions, which helped to put his name out there. He was already quite well known in the Netherlands, but last season is where he put his big mark and put everyone else in notice in Europe of who he was. If last season Gakpo let the world know who he was, this year Gakpo became a star, not only in the Eredivisie, where he managed to register an outstanding, again, 9 goals and 12 assists in 14 games played, which is just ridiculous, but in total, in 24 games played for PSV this season, Gakpo has managed to register 13 goals and 17 assists. This was already amazing. He became a star this season for PSV, and so he got his big break for the Netherlands in the World Cup, where he took it a step further. In the World Cup, you don't get a lot of games to play. He only played 5 games in the World Cup because the Netherlands got up to the quarterfinals, and I say only, but most teams at best get to play 3 games, and the player, if he's able to play in all of those games, he's quite fortunate, because he has to get in the team, he has to be a consistent player, and etc. But Gakpo did all of that, and he still performed, managing to score 3 goals for the Netherlands. When I did my preview for the Netherlands on the Players' Choice podcast, I mentioned how I really like this team, I really like their defense, and I really like their midfield, but my big question was their attack, and who really was going to step up in that department. Yeah, sure, you had the pie there, but I didn't really trust the pie, and then I looked at Gakpo and I said, yeah, sure, this guy's been performing well in the Eredivisie, but this is a new challenge, this is the next level, and not many players, even all-time great players, come into the World Cup and, don't perform at their best. Lewandowski only scored his first goal in the World Cup this year, and the man is like 30-something. We all know how great Rooney was, but even in the World Cup, a player of Rooney's caliber never really ever managed to perform. And Gakpo this year for the Netherlands was able to take that step and become one of their most important players going forward, and it really, really helped them. I'm sure the Netherlands fans would have hoped to go a bit further, but in my opinion and the opinions of many other football fans, the Netherlands did quite well in the World Cup, and Gakpo was one of the main reasons why. Watching Gakpo play, you can tell that he's quite a versatile player because he's good in a lot of different things in the pitch. His managers use him in different positions on the pitch, mainly on the wing and as a striker. But then you also look at his football reference stats, and this is where you can really begin to see how versatile Gakpo is. Gakpo is exceeding his XG in both the Eredivisie and in the Europa League so far this season. He has an XG of 6.3 in the Eredivisie, he surpassed that and scored 9, and in the Europa League he has an XG of 1.2, he also exceeded that and has 3. Gakpo is also exceeding his expected assist. He has an expected assist in the Eredivisie of 6.8, he has 12 assists, and in the Europa League he has an expected assist of 0.7, and he has 3 assists. Gakpo is then also averaging 6.6 shot creating actions per 90, which puts him in the 96th percentile, 2.9 dribbles per 90, which sees him in the 95th percentile, 7.9 progressive passes, which sees him in the 96th percentile, and standing at 6'3", he's also winning 1.38 of his aerial duels, which puts him in the 89th percentile. His stats are definitely good, but just leaving his stats aside and just watching the man play football is still amazing. He's excellent on the ball, he's a great finisher. Just quickly looking back at his goal in the World Cup against Ecuador, where he takes it into his left foot and still manages to slot it in. Gakpo is a very complete player, and now he's going to be playing under one of the best managers in the world in Klopp, and I think Gakpo is a better replacement to Mane. Again, it's very hard to replace a player of Mane's caliber, but if I had to go and try and do that, then Gakpo would definitely be one of those instead of going for Darwin. Now Liverpool have Darwin up top, Salah on the right, and Gakpo on the left. Not only is Gakpo going to be able to help Liverpool in the department where they've lacked so far all season, but he's also going to help to elevate Darwin's game. As I said months and months ago, Darwin was not the right replacement for Mane. He's a great finisher, but his overall game is not all that. Gakpo is a great finisher, and his overall game is also very good. He's going to be able to take that pressure off Darwin and create more chances for himself and his teammates. And once again, as a United fans, we just have to take this out. We just have to get used to it, of being beaten in the transfer window time and time again. We miss out on a great player, and our biggest rivals get even stronger. That's it guys, thank you very much for watching the video until the end. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more game analysis, football history, individual performances, top 10s, live streams, etc. This is just the beginning of something special, and it would mean the world to me if you subscribe to the channel and just help me to grow this community.